Boom, boom. How's it going? How's it going? This is the channel we speak about anything and everything around real estate. And welcome aboard. If it's your first time, where have you been? If it is your second, third time, 100th time, welcome back. Hey, I just want us to talk about a couple of things, right? First thing, we need you to subscribe, right? We are going strong on our subscription there. And if you've been here, you're watching some content, I need you to subscribe. Hit the subscription button there. If you've been here and you've been enjoying some of the content that we do. So it's TJ, I'm an active property investor. And if I'm not doing that, I'm an author. My latest book is called From Bad Debt to Property Mogul. You want to get that book, you can catch it in the link down below. Go on to that. Today, we want to talk about passive income, baby. Yeah, passive income, right? So I just want us to talk about this passive income thing because, a lot of us, we don't talk about it. But over and above that, I want to stress the fact that, like, when I started off back in the days, right? I didn't know anything about passive income. I knew nothing about it. Taurai Jack knew Jack about passive income, right? This was like a phenomenal, like, a year and a half in, I kind of like started figuring out, like, so what is passive income? How can I get it? And then I realized, boom, I'm already getting it, right? Because I was hearing other people within my circles talking about passive income, but to me, it didn't resonate. So I'll give you an example, right? And back in the days when I started off, it was more around just trying to solve my problem of the debt that I was in. That's why I wrote the book, From Bad Debt to Property Mogul. So whilst I'm writing this, whilst I'm trying to figure out solutions of getting out of my debt, then I found property. And I realized that, I can actually do property. But I realized that in property, there's many things that you can do in property. Some of the things that we can do, if you do know them, drop in some comments. What is it that you can do with property? But I'm just going to actually start explaining what some of the things that you can do in property. You can do buy and rent, which is one of my favorites. But you're buying a property and you hold it for the longest time ever. I am now going through a phase of I'm going to hold it forever. Yeah, together forever. That's the first thing. The second thing that you can do with the property is that you can do what is called development. So I've got a cool friend of mine. She is out in Durban. She does development. So it's basically you taking out a piece of land, a virgin land, there's nothing on it, and you erect something. We also do that in M5 Property Addicts. The other thing that you can do, third thing that you can do what is called Airbnb. So you can do Airbnb. We have all seen the Airbnb. Some of us, we've seen adverts. You can do Airbnb, earn money without owning a property. I'm going to come back to that one whilst we're talking about passive income. So we're just talking about what can you do in property. So you can do student accommodation. That's another one also. What else can you do? So there's a wider range of things that you can do. You can do commune, right? You can do rooms, renting out. You can do industrial. If you're thinking that you're a big boy, you can get it now. You can do commercial, buying big blocks of flats. I like those. I'm beginning to love, especially mixed use building. That's my favorite happy space. Places where you can have like business maybe on the bottom, and you can have some more business maybe on the top, and then the rest is kind of like residential. I like those kind of buildings, in those areas. It's almost like you're creating your own economy. That's why I like it. But let's go on, right? We're talking about passive income, right? And so these are all the things that I started figuring out that you can do. Hey, you can be an estate agent as well. How can I forget that? You can be an estate agent as well, being involved with transactions. You can be a bond originator. You can be a builder. There's a whole lot of things that you can do. You can be a sourcing agent, You can find properties for someone else like me, right? So these are all the things that you can do. So when I was starting off, I looked at all of these options and I'm like, which one is for me, right? And at that particular time, I realized that I didn't have money, but the idea of being an estate agent didn't fly through into my mind. It didn't. It never, right? The idea of a sourcing agent, it came through into my mind because I realized that I can go out and look for an opportunity and a deal, and I can sell it to someone, and I can sell it for someone. But I need to stress the fact that you need to be careful around that, because you need to be working within the confinements of the law of being a sourcing agent. And if you want to know how to become a sourcing agent, we've got a course in Empire Property Varsity that teaches you how to do that. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about passive income. Then I realized that for as long as I'm going to be looking for properties for other people, it means I am working, right? One of the things that I didn't talk about is to also, in property, you can also buy properties and sell them. So that's called flipping. I'm not a big fan of that. Why? Because when I tested passive income, I then realized that this is actually my happy place. So what is passive income? Let's kind of like talk it through. What is passive income? Passive income is when you have potentially worked a small little bit, right? Small little bit. And for the rest of your life, or for the longest duration ever, you start to get money without doing the work, right? So what is passive income? The guy who created McDonald's right now, it's passive income for him because all of the McDonald's are all working for him. The guy who created Nando's, all the Nando's are working for him. The guy who bought the 2-bed, 1-bath, he potentially has 100% passive income. But I'm of the view that it is roundabout maybe a 99%, because someday you need to do something. You might need to do an invoice, you might need to take in a phone call, you might need to do an advert. But if you've got a property manager, that could be 100% passive income. And that's where I advocate to say you need to have a property manager. Estate agents that manage your properties. But when it's now slowly becoming a business, obviously now you want to move away from that. Maybe you might want to do it on your own, that kind of thing. That's a topic for another day that we will do. How to manage your properties. Either do you manage them yourself? Is it profitable? What's the risk? And things like that. We'll talk about it later. Today we're talking about passive income. So there I am. I bought my first 2-bed, 1-bath, and with a partner, and we went in and we renovated this place, and boom, we bought it for 160. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath, and we put in a tenant for 5,000 rand. It took us a weekend to renovate, and the renovation cost was around about 50,000, right? Very easy mathematics there. You can see we're all in for how much? 210, right? Good. So if you do all the calculations, the rates and taxes, removing all of those things, maintenance, you're going to see that we're cash flowing. We're making profit. We're making passive income. So the first month the rent came in, I celebrated. Boom, yay! We went to McDonald's with my kids. We bought McDonald's. This was money that came in. I worked one weekend and it now came in 30 days later. Next month again, it happened. Boom, another money, it came through. The third month again, boom, the next money it came in. Then I realized, hold on, why am I not buying more properties like these ones? Because if I am cash flowing 2 grand on this particular property, if I've got another property that's 4,000, I had an epiphany, right? That's called an epiphany. Then I realized that actually I can buy more of this. But then what happened was that I went to buy a property that then gave me 10,000. I was like shocked, mind out of my head. Poof! I was like, hold on. So I can focus on the 10,000s, which means that I can get to my goals much faster. And I realized that, hold on, I can actually do others that can give you even 50,000. Where am I going to find those? And I've been doing that now for the last 3 to 4 years. And it can all be done in the confinement of holding properties, buying properties for particular rental, right? But obviously, the bigger they are, the more you're making, the more money you're making, right? That's what it basically means. Then I go back to anything else that you can do in property sourcing. There's no passive income there because obviously you are working. You're looking for properties to sell. If you stop selling, there's no money, no income coming through. If you go through and do flipping, they rave about flipping, that you make good money. I'm not about that. I'm happy to get the small money is coming in all the time. So there you are flipping, you go and get your 200 to 300,000, I don't know, maybe $1 million, right? But the moment you stop the flipping, you're going to chip into this money and all of it is going to be finished. So again, it's not passive income in my view, right? You go on to do Airbnb. If you structure it correctly, right, with a host, you not being the host, with a host and the property is yours and this thing is working for you, then I believe that the passive income can be attained. What about other things? Buying an industrial building and then you put in a pick and pay, and the pick and pay kind of like owns, they run the property and they just paying you. Is that passive income? Yes, that's passive income. So you can see there's various ways of owning passive income. What about being an estate agent? I'm of the view that when I looked at the models of estate agents, I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? The more estate agents that you have as a principal, the more soldiers, right? The more soldiers you have that are working, they're working for you. So potentially you are on passive income. It's a system, right? So passive income is gained from a system. That's what it basically means here, right? And I want to speak to that because what we don't know, or what I didn't know when I came in, was that you need to be creating these systems. So by the time I actually had an epiphany to say, I'm earning passive income, I was maybe about a year and a half in it. And people are talking about passive income. I'm like thinking, what is this passive income? Then I'm like, boom, I am already getting passive income. So to round it off, right, anyone can do, anyone can have, anyone should be having passive income. That's my view. Anyone. It does not discriminate gender, race, sex. For as long as you can buy that property or hold it, right? And I'm of the view that from day one, you need to be receiving your passive income already. You might want to receive it when it's smaller so that it grows over time, but I'm of the view that you should be able to receive that passive income. We're going to do a short video a little bit later to talk about how much is enough actually to have as a passive income on one deal, right? Is it 500? Is it 1,000? Is it, I don't know, right? We're going to talk about that. What is acceptable, right? And I'll talk obviously using myself as a guinea pig there. Now, having gone through the explanation of what passive income, we now know what it is. We now understand we can do it in the realm of the property, but there's other ways that you can also do passive income. Like for instance, I write books, right? So I wrote the book once, and for the rest of my life, it's going to be passive income for as long as it is selling, right? So that's another idea of passive income. But today I want us to stop here, but before I go, I want to take all the administration out of the way. And I'm hoping that I have intrigued your mind so that we can start earning passive income. And the idea of passive income, I like it, I enjoy it. And what we're going to be doing is that going through the administration is that we've got what is called M5 Property Varsity. And if you do not know how to actually go and find these properties that gives you passive income, then you want to register to become a student at the M5 Property Varsity. You can find the link below, and we will be able to host you there and learn and be in the mix of active investors, all of us. Right. It is TJ. It's been great hanging out with you. If you've got some comments, drop me some comments. Friday, we answer all the questions. I am looking for a question to answer this Friday. So I am looking forward to hearing from you if there is anything challenging. Hey, it is TJ. We'll be talking to you again tomorrow. Tomorrow it is Thursday, right? So we speak Thursday. Yeah, right. Anyways, good luck and God bless for whatever you're doing today. Cheers. Bye.